women have expectation of what a man should be. And when the man doesn't meet those expectations, she's disappointed. So I'm not saying that in one way the man is not failing. I'm saying that there's expectations, and even if the man may not be failing, the expectations are not met. And in no way, shape, or form is that woman creature going to go in her corner and reevaluate things. Zero and never. And she's got an entire culture that is backing her, telling her she should have those demands and she should have those expectations and this is how it should be. And that little fucking dog, that means you the man, you should live up to that. Essentially, men, you are a dildo. That's why I say you're being played. You are a dildo. You're there to give her a feeling. You're there to give her a sensation and an experience. And if you don't live up to that, she's going to get upset. So, can you not trust them? Well, like I said, I started the whole thing saying you can't trust an individual who doesn't know themselves because they're hypocrite. They're lying to themselves. That's number one. And most people have no idea who they are. They may know, if they're lucky, they know who they are. They know themselves at the surface. But the surface doesn't rule your life. It's the unconscious that rules your life. So if they're really strong and they have a good willpower, they can manage to stay at the surface. But sooner or later, reality emerges and they'll do something and misbehave. And then you'll be very upset and disappointed. It's like, no, you didn't get to know the person. You don't know the person. That's why I said that's the foundation. Second, women live in a fantasy. They don't give a fuck about reality. They have a fantasy about themselves. They think they're amazing. They think they're princesses. They think they're goddesses. They all live in fantasy world. And in fantasy world, they want the corresponding so-called masculine image of her fantasy world. She's not interested in a relationship. She's interested in fulfilling her fantasy. And the guy, if he wants to get a piece of her, he has to play into the fantasy. He has to become the character so that it fits. But sooner or later, the truth is revealed. Sooner or later, it's like, well, I thought you were this, and I thought you were that, and I thought you were this, and I thought you were that. Oops. And it's not necessarily bad. It's like, oh, he cheated on me. And I'm like, babe, but who said that he shouldn't? And first of all, scratch this. Fuck the word cheating, because cheating is a feminine word. He cheated on me. I'm like, no, he's a man. And he has a certain kind of way of behaving. And he has a certain kind of sexual energy. And his sexual energy may or may not be repressed. And he may or may not have certain sense of self-control. Yeah, okay, you want to call that cheating because in your universe, a relationship is this and it should be like that and it's exclusive, and then he didn't live up to that. So did he cheat? Yeah, he did. But that's because the relationship is based on fucking bullshit. It's based on lies. It's based on nonsense that nobody can live up to. So he can look at you and say, well, I expect love. You don't give a fuck about him. I expect kindness. Your kindness is shallow and quite superficial. I expect some appreciation. You'll play super appreciative at the surface while you're fantasizing about something else in your mind. Now I'm talking to the girls. It's a load of shit. You cannot have relationships if the people don't know who they are. So to entertain a conversation that doesn't start from there it's a stupid conversation. It's like masturbating with symptoms. I don't talk about symptoms. I'm a doctor. I fix issues. We go to the core. You want to deal with symptoms? You go see all the guys on the internet. They're going to have 1,000 things that you can do to maximize your symptoms. I don't deal with that. This is nonsense. The real issue is simple. Man has no idea who he is. Woman has no idea who she is. And when they interact with one another, what do? They project their fantasies onto one another. Man wants love from mommy. Man wants status from pussy. Man wants to come. Bitch wants daddy. Bitch wants somebody to make her feel good about herself. And bitch wants somebody to hold her and be there next to her like it's a girlfriend with a cock. And once in a while, she wants him to be strong so that she can parade him like a nice pit bull or a Doberman. But he then shouldn't behave like a Doberman.